this is a default behavior that you've been doing for a long time, right? I've been doing this for over 30 years, right? On and off, right? And you're trying to step into something, into a new way of thinking, a new way of behavior. You know, when you're asking how hard it is to change the default behaviors when it comes to taking away or moving away from alcohol, right? We've got to take into account that you're stepping away from the alcohol, but you're going to encounter a lot of natural resistance for you to do that, right? Alcohol, as we've said, it becomes the habit, which means that it becomes the default thinking, it becomes the default behavior in many different areas of your life. And the more you've been drinking, the more areas of your life that this is going to encompass. So when we decide to change, we're essentially stepping outside of that comfort zone that we're used to doing. We're stepping outside of that crutch, so we've no longer got this thing that we can step back into, that comfort zone of well, when I'm feeling a little bit scared, I'll go back in and I'll drink some alcohol and I'll feel all right about myself. You haven't got that to do anymore. You're stepping outside of, this is a default behavior that you've been doing for a long time, right? I've been doing this for over 30 years, right? On and off, right? And you're trying to step into something, into a new way of thinking, a new way of behaving. You're trying to step into the life of a person that you want to be, but it's only a part of the life that you want to be. It's only partially there, right? You know, there's an ambiguity to the change. There's always going to be a conflict. There's a conflict between the person that you want to be, that person that you want to, the life that you want to live, and the old way of doing things, because the old way of doing things is the easier way of doing things, the path of least resistance, right? So this going to require a lot more mental and sometimes physical effort, right? It becomes much more challenging to move forwards than to fall back into your old patterns, right? Think about it. It's a lot easier to step into your comfort zone, into what you're used to doing, rather than step out of that comfort zone and move into something that you're not used to doing, that you don't know what's going to happen, that you might have some fears about it. I mean, the obvious solution is to do it bit by bit, right? The brain is naturally going to resist because it's going to take more time, it's going to take more energy. There's a lot more uncertainty with moving forwards. But it helps to think of the habit as a set of default behaviors, as a set of default behaviors, rituals, mind sequences, thoughts, and you break down things like that. You break down your understanding of what the habit is, of what the collection of the habit is. I mean, the habit is just, or even when we're talking about it as a default behavior, it's only a collection of different ideas and ways of doing things, or ways of thinking that are collected together in different areas of your life. So, you know, when you understand these things, I think you're halfway towards fixing them. Take care of yourself. If you want to walk this path with us, visit habitsv2.com. Onwards and upwards.